Trivia quiz. Like and subscribe.
Which actor starred as Indiana Jones in the 1981 adventure film Raiders of the Lost Ark? The answer is Harrison Ford. What classic video game character, who famously eats dots and avoids ghosts, debuted in 1980? The answer is Pac-Man. Which pop superstar released the groundbreaking album Thriller in 1982? The answer is Michael Jackson. In Back to the Future, what kind of car was converted into a time machine? The answer is DeLorean DMC-12. Which iconic 80s toy line featured robots that could transform into vehicles and back? The answer is Transformers. What 1984 film saw four eccentric scientists battle supernatural entities in New York City? The answer is Ghostbusters. Which singer, known for her distinctive fashion and contralto voice, had hits with Like a Virgin and A Material Girl in the 80s? The answer is Madonna. Which puzzle toy, consisting of a 3x3 grid of colored squares, became a global craze in the early 1980s? The answer is Rubik's Cube. Which 1986 action film starred Tom Cruise as a hotshot naval aviator named Maverick? The answer is Top Gun. The Brat Pack was a group of young actors who frequently appeared together in 1980s teen films. Which of these actors was not typically considered a member? The answer is Tom Cruise. What personal computer, introduced by IBM in 1981, set the standard for the modern PC industry? The answer is IBM PC. Which iconic music video, featuring dancing zombies and a werewolf, premiered in 1983 and pushed the boundaries of the medium? The answer is Thriller, Michael Jackson. What popular 80s toy line, based on a cartoon, featured colorful ponies with brushable manes and tails? The answer is My Little Pony. Which 1987 Oliver Stone film explored the greed and excess of Wall Street in the 1980s, starring Michael Douglas? The answer is Wall Street. The fall of which iconic structure in November 1989 symbolized the end of the Cold War era? The answer is the Berlin Wall. Which animated television series, based on a popular comic strip, featured a group of blue creatures living in mushroom houses? The answer is the Smurfs. What 1985 sci-fi classic featured a group of kids searching for pirate treasure? The answer is The Goonies. Which iconic British band, fronted by George Michael, had hits like Careless Whisper and Wake Me Up Before You Go Go? The answer is Wham! What was the name of the popular personal music player introduced by Sony in 1979, which became a cultural icon in the 80s? The answer is Walkman. Which actress starred as Alex Owens, a welder by day and exotic dancer by night, in the 1983 film To Flashdance? The answer is Jennifer Beals. What major global music event, organized by Bob Geldof and Midju, took place on July 13, 1985, to raise money for Ethiopian famine relief? The answer is Live Aid. Which highly influential TV show, running from 1984 to 1989, featured pastel suits, fast cars, and a distinct Miami aesthetic? The answer is Miami Vice. What 1980 horror film, directed by Stanley Kubrick, featured Jack Nicholson in an iconic role as a caretaker driven to madness? The answer is The Shining. What legendary cartoon character, known for his catchphrase, "By the power of Grayskull," made his debut in the early 80s? The answer is He-Man. Which British band had a massive hit in 1983 with "Every Breath You Take"? The answer is The Police. In the 1980s, what was the most common nickname for breakdancing, a popular street dance style? The answer is B-boying. Which pioneering space shuttle, the first reusable spacecraft, made its maiden flight in April 1981? The answer is Columbia. Which 1982 Steven Spielberg film about a boy who befriends a stranded alien became the highest-grossing film of its time? The answer is E.T. the Extraterrestrial. What influential console, released by Nintendo in 1985 in North America, revitalized the video game industry after the 1983 crash? The answer is Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Which iconic hairstyle, often characterized by short hair on top and long hair in the back, became synonymous with 80s fashion? The answer is mullet. Who was the first female justice appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court in 1981? The answer is Sandra Day O'Connor. Which 1980s pop song features the iconic line, "Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world"? The answer is Don't Stop Believin', A Journey. Before starring in A Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze famously played a high school bully in which 1983 Francis Ford Coppola film? The answer is The Outsiders. What short-lived but highly influential home computer, released by Commodore in 1982, became the best-selling single model of personal computer of all time? The answer is Commodore 64. Which singer famously collaborated with Queen on the 1981 hit Under Pressure? The answer is David Bowie. What classic teen comedy, released in 1986, follows Ferris Bueller on his day off from school? The answer is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. In The Princess Bride, what is the name of the Spaniard seeking revenge for his father's death? The answer is Inigo Montoya. Which popular doll line, introduced in 1983, came with unique birth certificates and adoption papers? The answer is Cabbage Patch Kids. What British band, known for its new wave sound, had a hit in 1982 with Tainted Love? The answer is Soft Cell. Which beloved puppet character hosted Pee-wee's Playhouse, an eccentric children's show that aired from 1986 to 1990? The answer is Pee-wee Herman. Which rap group's 1986 debut album's License to Ill became the first rap album to reach #1 on the Billboard 200? The answer is Beastie Boys. What 1982 cult film, directed by Ridley Scott, stars Harrison Ford as a Blade Runner hunting down rogue androids? The answer is Blade Runner. Who composed the iconic theme music for the 1984 film Beverly Hills Cop? The answer is Harold Faltermeyer. Which famous actress, known for her roles in A 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club, was dubbed the quintessential 80s teen queen? The answer is Molly Ringwald. Which company released the iconic Game Boy handheld console in 1989? The answer is Nintendo. Which shoe brand launched the iconic Air Max sneaker in 1987, making air cushioning visible for the first time? The answer is Nike. What 1984 film featured the song Footloose and starred Kevin Bacon as a dancing rebel? The answer is Footloose. Which synth-pop duo, known for their elaborate music videos, had hits like Sweet Dreams, Are Made of This, and A Here Comes the Rain Again? The answer is Eurythmics. What groundbreaking computer program, released in 1985, brought desktop publishing to the masses? The answer is Aldous PageMaker. Which legendary boxer, known as Iron Mike, became the youngest heavyweight champion in history in 1986? The answer is Mike Tyson.